Now you see. Now you understand. Now you get the vision of what a true democracy can be. This special report is not so much about the relief package that just was compromised on, and that has the support of the executive, House, and Senate, but the support of all three branches of government. But what our government is really capable of doing once we have someone who is not in our way. When we have when the people on the extremes can be shut out, can be quieted, and those who, as I talked about before, are mostly, which represents most of us, mostly in the means of the bell curve, have a voice. This is what I've been trying to talk about, you know, and we have to do this on smaller levels in our community. If you're in a gang, at the end of the day, there has to be a compromise to where you guys can find yourselves out of that kind of life. If your neighborhood has a problem with crime, there has to be a compromise between how law enforcement interacts with the law-abiding citizens, so that there's not a jumbling of or stereotyping of one kind of people, because all of us are mixed within all of our viewpoints. Because all of the fact of the matter is, all of us aren't totally conservative, and all of us aren't totally liberal, right? Most of us are somewhere in the middle. Most of us are saying, yeah, I'd like to work, but if I can't, I need some help. Most of us aren't lazy. Most of us want to go out and get after it. Cuomo, okay? If they were quiet, if the Republicans were quiet because they were afraid of this number, if they were afraid of this number, okay, those represent the votes that Trump got. If they were afraid of that, they have a chance now to say, okay, you know, we were afraid. Yes, we made the beast, and we were afraid to go against the beast, but now the majority, the other, and I'm putting them in their parties, the other said, okay, look, we're going to help. We're going to help you bring our country back to a place of, no, not normalcy, but a place of compromise, a place of change where everybody's voice can be heard, but not overheard. You see? This is the important thing. That's why I've said it before, and I'll say it again and again, that this is a thinking man's government. I believe in the problem-solving caucus. It's neither blue nor red. But where can we find common ground? Where can we, if we're this far apart, we need a caucus. We need a group of people who have worked together, that have different points of view, that have worked together, and that could show you how to work together. Like they were saying on here earlier, that we work with both sides. We show both sides, that one voice screaming at each other is not going to get the job done. We're not going to help people. As a matter of fact, we're not going to help us. We're not going to help our government. This is what our government should look like.
Oh, Joyce is here.
2 minutes of pause.
Yep.
Okay?
Okay, guys.
So we'll just kick this off real quick. Joyce is here, so we got.
That's what our government needs to look like. Not perverted.
All right.
Not kowtowing just because you got power. Somebody calling your wife a name and you still follow them, or somebody calling you small, Marco Rubio, and you still following him. With a caucus like this, you can stand up for what is right and maintain that stance and not have to back down. The problem solving caucus it should be called a freedom caucus, because it frees us. It does those things that I've been talking about. It frees the mind to be reasonable, to say that, yes, I can repeat this. And it's quantifiable, because as we do it more and more and more, we become less and less divisive, and more in tune with those things that find common ground within all of us. See? And if it can be done at this large level, it can be done at the grassroots level too. We have to find us. The only way we find ourselves is through compromise. Even when you think about doing something, having to discipline your child, having to possibly having issues with the one you love, straight across the board. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. See, when you start thinking like that, you don't have to escape from freedom. You can be free. Erich Fromm in his book made it quite clear that Hitler wasn't the problem. It was the people who were the problem. They gave up their freedoms because they figured, let somebody else do it. I talked about that. When you do that, you give up your freedom to think. Yes, thinking is hard. Thinking takes time. It's not an overnight fix. Thinking puts us all on trial within our own thoughts. You see what I'm saying? People like to talk about karma and this kind of thing. Look, 95, as I said before, 95 to 97, I'll even venture 98% of all of your issues are because you made a decision haphazardly, off the cuff. You didn't give yourself time to see both sides of it. You acted in haste. You acted in object anger. You just, boom, went out like a bang. And a lot of times when that happens, you make wrong decisions. When you give yourself time to sit down and reason it out, think it out, and all of that takes time. This channel that I have is a channel that requires constant watching, constant viewing, constant understanding, because guess what? I always put it back on you. I always put it back on, bam! You see? When I say don't follow this channel, I'm telling you that don't follow this channel in a way that I'm giving it all to you. It is a tool. This channel is a tool. Like a toolbox you carry around, right? You don't carry around a toolbox and hold it like this, and give it all your attention, and you can't let it go, and you have to do it all the time. No. All of my videos are tools. Okay, I can use that one. That one makes sense. Okay, I can't use the hammer on that one, but I can use it on this. That's what these are. And that's what the problem-solving caucus is. And that's how you have to be in your thinking when you're talking about your government, in your thinking when you're talking about your relationships, in your thinking when you're talking about making decisions in your family, in your thinking about how you're going to move forward in your profession. I'll see you next time.